Hey, I'm Erica Keach, and today I'm here with Lisa Mastropieri, and she is another fascinating, amazing client over at Tierra Verde, and she's here today to talk about her story. But not just that, we're going to dive into the experience, and I'm curious to know the results she's seen and what everything else has been like. So, Lisa, thanks so much for taking the time to come on here. It's something I appreciate you doing.
Sure, no
Okay, so
problem.
let's step back. We were talking before we recorded. You hopped on board about 7 months ago. So, what was the issue? What were you looking to overcome? What was the big challenges that led you to signing up and training here?
The big challenge for me was that I actually had had a cardiac issue um, several months before that, and it was more of a scare. And so I ended up retiring from work. I was in the worst shape of my life. I was at a point where I had a very bad shoulder injury, and I couldn't even throw the frisbee for my dog. So, Diane's feed came up on Facebook, and I saw it, and I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to give her a call. And I went out and tried it, and I loved it.
Got it. So it was a combination of all this, like you said, the cardiac issue, knowing that you're just kind of falling out of shape, and then you said, "All right, I've had enough." And timing is the way things work. An ad or something popped up
Absolutely.
and did that. Okay.
Yep.
Now I'm guessing right when you called because you had some concerns, there were some health issues, and you weren't in the best of shape. Probably a little nervous going in.
I was very nervous going in.
Mhm.
But Diane assured me that I would be able to fit right in. She'd take me step by step, work me up to what I wanted to be at, and we'd go from there. So, and everyone was at a similar level.
So they did a good job of kind of bringing you into the program. Did they make you feel comfortable really quickly?
Very much so. The trainers were super focused on every individual in the class, which was nice. It was a small group. It almost felt like you were having, individual training. So that's what, and I've never done individual training, but that's what it felt like the class was.
So you've got this. So what's the atmosphere like? You have the individual, but what's the energy, the feeling like being a part of it with everybody else?
Oh, the energy was great. Everyone was pumped up to meet this challenge that we had for ourselves, and we all started out with a 3 week challenge, and we were just pumped up to do it and get it done and get better. And
Hmm.
I was just excited to be there every day, and I think everyone else was too.
Hmm. And so as time's progressed, right? You've been there now for about 7 months or so. How has that evolved? Is there more of a social connection with people? Like what has it grown into now?
Yeah, it has. It's become a great place for us to all to get support. And I look forward to it. I don't think I would go unless I had that group to go to every day or whenever the class is. And yeah, everyone is just very supportive of each other, and it's grown. It's gotten a lot bigger too.
Is it maybe I don't know if this is the right phrase? Is it kind of like a family?
It is in a way. I mean, each of us we've come to know each
Hmm.
other so well that we do communicate with each other um, when we're not in class
Hmm.
about basically about fitness or what we're eating and that type of thing. And so we have gotten to know each other that way. It's a real diverse group of people, which is
Hmm.
kind of neat.
And can anybody do it, right? Because you went and you had some issues, right? So
Hmm.
certain levels you weren't maybe able to do, but can anybody across the board hop in and do this?
Absolutely, anyone could do this class. It's a program, so you
Hmm.
start out wherever you're at your own level, and you work your way up to whatever you want to be, and
Okay.
it's step by step by step.
And now, does it come across where sometimes people see these and they get a little scary? Like, there's no way I can do this. They're doing these exercises. So, do they modify things if someone does have an issue or an injury or for what? Are they modifying those exercises so everybody can get through it?
Yes, in fact, the trainers during class will watch us
Hmm.
and walk around, correct any form that you might having that needs to be corrected. It's very individually oriented,
Hmm.
so yeah, anybody can do it.
Okay. And
Anybody.
have you noticed too? Let's say if you miss a class or miss a session, do you kind of get that pull where maybe you're missing it?
I do,
Yeah.
do, yeah.
Yeah. Because
I
working out
do
is
miss it.
working out, right? It's hard. It's not necessarily
Yeah,
fun, but you're missing it and having a good time with it.
exactly. Yeah, in fact, I always check in with my classmates If I'm not going to make it, I'll send them a text message and say, I'm not going to make it today because I got to do such and such, just because I feel a part of that group.
Yeah.
And I sort of feel like I owe it to them.
Did you expect going in to have this type of connection, this type of feeling to it?
No, I didn't, because I'm really not a group person. And I didn't. And I've tried in the way a long time ago classes, and it just wasn't for me because I felt like a fish out of water for some reason. And I didn't here.
Okay. So what would you say is the biggest difference then? Why that happened? Like, why do you say compared to then till now? What's been the difference?
I think it's the trainers and the attention that you get in the class. They're very focused. They care um, about your success, about how you feel every day. If are you Do you have any injuries going on? They're very, very attentive to you, and they're very attentive to everyone in the class.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the big reasons, right? That's kept you there. But the other big reason is probably the results. You've gone in some
Right.
issues, some trying some things. So, what have you noticed? What types of results have you seen since you've been a part of this?
The results have been fantastic. I have basically gone from a real flabby body to a much more stronger, healthier body. Um, I joined so that I could actually do some hiking out in Glacier National Park, and I made that trip. And to be honest with you, I wasn't sure I was going to come back to the class after my hiking trip. I thought, but I missed it, and
Mm-hmm.
so I came right back to that class.
Where did you go in, right? You were, as you talked about, maybe, or not in the best of shape. So, were you coming in to try and lose some weight as well?
I was. Well, I was. I think I lost about 5 pounds or
Okay.
so. So that felt really good. It was pounds and inches that I
Mm,
lost. So
good.
that felt great.
Do you know how many inches off the top of your head?
Mm, I think I was about 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the thing I'm really interested in is you had a cardiac issue.
Hmm.
Have you seen doctors since you've joined?
I have. I have.
And
And
what have you noticed in how it's helped in that area?
it's helped tremendously. It ended up that the cardiac issue was totally due to stress.
Hmm.
So all my stress has been relieved by getting out and taking care of some exercise.
Mm-hmm.
I had neglected it. I was working at a very sedentary job at a computer, and I just neglected it for years.
So doing this is, I wouldn't say eliminate, right? It's almost impossible to eliminate all stress, but remove the stress that was causing all the issues for you.
Yeah, yeah, it has. It really has. It's just been fantastic for me.
So it's made it easier to get through the days and other things maybe that pop up, the tough situations that happen in life. It's made it easier
Yeah,
to handle.
yeah, I think so. And actually having the class to look forward
Hmm.
to go to.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Now, how about some of the other side benefits in this process? As you've gotten healthier, have you noticed things, sleeping patterns, energy, confidence? Have you seen anything in those departments as well?
I do have more energy. I sleep like a log, which I didn't used to. Um, and my shoulder is completely better. I couldn't even throw the frisbee for my dog when I started this class, and now I wouldn't even know I had an injury. So that was taken care of through a lot of exercise and the trainers paying attention to that injury and trying to get it to work itself out.
You feel kind of like a new person, a new Lisa.
Do
Yeah.
do feel like a new person. Yeah.
Have you seen difference in confidence in this as you've grown? Are you feel like you can accomplish more, challenge or tackle things that maybe, you wouldn't have done before?
Yeah, I think so. I do feel more confidence. And yes, as far as other outdoor activities and going out and doing other things, I do have more confidence, I believe.
Okay. So you've gone through this, I mean, sounds like you've had just a radical shift in
Yeah,
almost like a complete 180, a very different direction and all this. So would you go as far as say that this maybe been life-changing for you?
definitely. I would definitely say it was a turning point in my life.
Wow.
That, yeah,
Wow. So you've gone through this, you've got this amazing support group, you've got great results, not just, the health side of things, but also, right, you're sleeping better, as you mentioned, confidence is better. What's been, if you were to pick out one thing, what's been your favorite? What's been the biggest thing for you? It's made the biggest impact on you?
probably energy and strength.
Mm.
energy and strength because I'm so much stronger than I was.
Hmm.
Definitely so much stronger than I was.
Yeah.
And that feels good.
Yeah. And doing things you probably weren't able to do before.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I like to kayak, and now I can lift the kayak. There's just a big difference in me.
Okay. Have family and friends seen this difference?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They've seen a huge difference.
So you're getting some comments,
Uh-huh. Yeah. I get
which
some
probably makes you feel really good, right?
yeah, they're compliments, and it does feel good.
Cool. Very cool. Now let's say maybe there's somebody who was in a very similar situation where you were 7 months ago, and they're hearing your story and you're like, this sounds amazing. This sounds like a really cool place, but they're still on the fence. Like they're thinking of joining, but they're 50-50. What would you want to tell that person to help push them off the fence?
I think I'd say to just give it a try.
Hmm.
You're given all the tools that you need in 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 the program, and you just need to give it a try and take that first step. And once you take that first step, come to the class. I think you'll find all the support that you need to keep going.
Well, Lisa, I think it's been really cool. Short period of time, right? You've done a lot. You not just you lose weight, like you've changed your life completely. And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
just been fascinating to see this. You're much healthier, you're much happier, and I just want to wish you continued success moving forward.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, thanks again, and you take care.
Okay, thanks.